Sunday morning, Oscar's just dropped the seed off. I'm on my way out with the rollers. I've not driven that on the road yet, but Andrew said it's so quiet with having that middle ridge on the tread pattern. Andrew's there, loading the drill again this morning. You see that Oscar dropped off. I'm just going to go and roll a field that was a bit sticky. See how we get on. Well, I've got to kind of go through all that to get to it, which is a bit of a shame because I can't fold the rollers out because they won't fit down the track or over the bridge at the other end. It has dried a lot though. Maybe we'll get the quad track to level these ruts out in a bit once he's finished the field he's on. Last week you wouldn't have thought, well in fact that field anyway, you wouldn't have thought you'd see dust there. That was the one that we redrained and we put the tile plough in it, and even this one's a bit tender in places, but we've got dust coming off the rollers. You see there where I've gone through there, that bit of a hollow, it's a bit tackier, but if we wait for them it'll be mid-April, so we'll stitch the wheat in now and see how we get. I mean, you can see this is a bit rough because it was quite wet when we went through it with the Torano to pull out the wheelings from the muck spreader. You know, in a normal world you wouldn't have had to do that. We'd have just gone on and direct drilled straight through the cover crop, but because the damage the muck spreaders did, we had to do it. But hopefully the benefit from putting the black muck on will outweigh the time and diesel invested in doing it. I'm swapping fields and I'm not sure, but Andrew's stopped there for a while and I can't see him. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know if he's gone for a wet hole and blocked some coulters. There's an issue with the spouts blocking, so I'm going to go and see what's happened. We weren't exactly sure what had happened, but it was the odd coulter that's got a bit of a dip in the tube. And all we can think is, this morning it was so foggy and damp and the drill had been left outside overnight. And urea is hydroscopic, so it attracts the moisture out of the atmosphere. And we think it might have just got a bit, the dust off it might have made the pipes a little bit gunky. So it was struggling to get it down there. Because we're putting 225 kilos of seed down and 100 kilos of urea. And I think it's just with being damp and sticky, that must have been the problem. So he's just going to slow down so it's not horsing as much seed out and Fert until we see. I think the priority needs turning on as well on the coulter, maybe on that spool. Didn't sound like it was then. Plenty of dust blowing up, so it must be blowing some air down there. Seems to be working okay now. While I'm rolling, Charlotte needs a bale of hay for the horse, so I'm just going to dig it out and leave it in the yard for her to grab when she puts the trailer on later. Make sure I fish the right one out the shed. I've knocked off rolling now, going somewhere this afternoon to look at something interesting tomorrow, so you'll have to wait and see what that is. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise. Quad track's back in the yard. Add blue, diesel, expensive hobby. And pigeons all on the roof, so annoying. In fact, look at them on that roof, all on the ridge. See had a high enough powered shotgun, you could fire at one end and get them all in one shot. Andrew says these tyres are really, really quiet on the road. So I'm gonna go down the road on them and see. I never realised they sort of jiggled a bit, didn't they? They go like that. That's like a wavy line. Didn't notice that one before they were on. But we'll take it for a blast around the block and see what it's like. It's a little bit of a whiff in here at Black Muck, because it was obviously on the muck spreader for a few days. Oh, wait. And then go. It's quicker than just turning the key, apparently. Someone told me. Oh, must have an air leak. I have to tell them about that before the warranty runs out. So that it's sufficient accumulator pressure. They've been piled up for a few hours. Right. I mean, to be honest, already, when you turn, you don't get that, like a bit of a bounce or a skippity rumble. Let's turn the fan on. I feel like the fan's making more noise than the engine and the tyres. Right, let's see what it does when we get on the road. Transmission whine. I hear the seat squeaking and I hear the fan blowing. And then the fan noise. But that kind of thundering you normally get from the treads hitting the floor, can't hear it at all. I rang Andrew yesterday and he was on the hands-free and I thought he was parked up waiting to be loaded with muck, but he wasn't, he was actually driving. I mean, it has got a really quiet cab, this tractor. Yeah, the tyres do feel light. I think they're a little bit hard. Might need to let them down a little bit because I've been seated on the bead. But the nice thing about that inner band is that's what's going to stop the wear rate on the cleats, the outer cleats that normally scrub off because of the pound in the tarmac. And flexing the most because of the outer bit of the tyre. So, yeah, pleased with them. Probably not normal to get excited about tyres, but I used to want my road car and my rally cars. But yeah, that's like a complete circle. Whereas if you look at some other tyres, they often have a bit of a gap. I mean, to be fair, this overlaps quite well. But when you look at some tractor tyres, if you take them blocks out, you've got these ups and downs and like brrr, they rumble a bit. Yeah, I'm pleased with them. They don't look as wide, even though they are. Time to jump in the shower, get changed and get some stuff together and then go off on an adventure to show you something tomorrow. So yeah, short video today, sorry about that, but thanks for watching and I'll see you from somewhere else tomorrow. Bye for now. Oh yeah, there's no birthdays either. Sorry, one last thing, if anyone wants to drive a big John Deere pulling a 50-foot seeder in Victoria, Australia for 4 weeks in April, there's a phone number below this video. Drop them a text because they're looking for someone to go out there and do that. So David sent this guy my number and he got in touch because they're desperate for some staff. So yeah, if that's your thing, big tractors, Australia, 4 weeks, April. There you go, it's below this video. Sorry, I don't know the guy's name. Oh no. It's broken them. Table will go again now.